Hey guys, it's Siobhan with To Kitty and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the new moon in Capricorn reading. So this will be for the new moon energies and going forward through the rest of the lunar cycle. I'm so sorry that I'm not going to be doing a live reading for this energy like I normally would, but I will still be doing one for the full moon coming up later this month. So I will keep you guys updated on when that will be and at what time that will be. Keep your eye on the community section of my page or over on Instagram. I will post there as well. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's at To Kitty and Beyond. You'll see the little thing pop up right there. And let's go ahead and jump into the reading. So this week has been feeling a little bit intense building up to this new moon. So I'm interested to see what cards come up. I'm going to be doing a freestyle reading. I've already pre-shuffled. So we're just going to grab some cards on the table and see what messages come through. Okay, I'm going to start with those and we'll grab more if we need them. Okay, so we have Temperance, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Strength card, Hanged Man, Ten of Wands, the Hermit, the World, Knight of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. So this is an interesting group of cards that we have here, energetically speaking. So it feels like this new moon is a big closure of some kind of a cycle. There's an ending happening in terms of financial stability, in terms of inner strength, Innerstanding, I just heard as well, Innerstanding. So that's the standing that you have within yourself, or the understanding that you have in the inner realms, in the subconscious, within your emotional environment. So because we do have that Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups here. So these two together really speak to me of balancing out subconscious material when it comes to relationships, possibly healing relationships, or doing some kind of work emotionally in terms of your interrelationship or dynamic with people in your life. There's a lot of introspective energy this week as well for this new moon. We have the Hermit, the Strength card, and the Hanged Man. So this really speaks to me of going within, taking some time to kind of pull back maybe from some of these relationships or from doing any physical things that take up a lot of your time and energy. You may still be doing that, I see, this week, because we do have the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, plus that Ten of Pentacles there as well. So there's a lot still to do. There's a lot going on. It just feels like it's a little bit slower than normal. So the progress is slower. You might be coming up against resistance. There might be things that you're feeling like you want to bring to a sense of completion, but for one reason or another, there's just not the ability to do that this week, maybe even into this month. This goes here. So there's a need for balance when it comes to the emotional realm, the internal subconscious space, and then what you're doing physically in terms of work, your finances, or your home. So I see this also in terms of balancing and creating some kind of harmony within the home environment, within family, and specifically in terms of the mother. So there may be some things to do with the relationship with your mother that present themselves around this new moon, maybe a new opportunity to communicate or to release some structures that were learned from the mother, perhaps around finances, perhaps around emotions, that need to be balanced, that have been contributing to some kind of an imbalance, which was in and of itself a karmic cycle. So there's this World card here, which is a great sign that whatever we're going through, whatever this new moon is bringing, it's completing something. So something is coming to its final stage of understanding. Again, there's that innerstanding, understanding. It's like really knowing why this lesson has been playing out, where it originated, possibly from the mother, and how to balance it. The Temperance card is all about balance, and it's trial and error, it's experimenting, it's trying new things, and it's uniting opposites as well. So I see this as bringing things that you've believed, or things that you've experienced, into harmony, into balance, through the experiences that you've had out in the world, out in the physical world, whether it's with your job, your relationships, your partners, your family, yourself. It's like there's an integration of all of this energy, all of this knowledge, bringing it all into wholeness and finally being able to see how things fit together. It's like puzzle pieces. They're showing me puzzle pieces in my mind's eye. So there's many puzzle pieces that are coming together at this time. Some of it might not make sense 100% yet, but it's going to. And that's why we have some of these more introspective cards like the Hermit and the Hanged Man. So this is a pause. These two cards are encouraging us this new moon cycle, and the Hermit is out representing the new moon. He's out in the dark, and when he's out in the dark like that, he's carrying the lantern because there's no light of the moon to guide his way. So he's completely isolated, but at the same time, he's still able to see his way forward. And the Hanged Man is great because it gives us the opportunity to be in that state of stillness where we start to see things from a different perspective, where we once saw something one way, now we see it in a completely different light, a completely different position, and we're able to gain awareness and innerstanding from that experience, from that shift in perspective. So this is a great new moon for changing how we believe things to be in our life, or changing how we feel about family structures, money, work. That's a lot of what I see here. I also see the inner strength and motivation to connect with the people around you. The Two of Cups and the World are coming up together right now. I'm just seeing those two as one message that's coming through. So this new moon might give you the opportunity or provide some kind of an opportunity in terms of creating harmony or balance or completing a cycle when it comes to karmic partnerships, relationships, or soulmate contracts of any kind. So this new moon it feels sort of similar to a full moon where we're completing cycles, but the full moon and the new moon are so similar in that way because new moons are the old cycle making way for the new, and the full moon is the old cycle making way for the new. So it's two sides of the same coin. It's two loops on the same infinity cycle, so there's never really a way to distinguish between whether it's the beginning or the end, because the end is the beginning and the beginning is the end, if that makes sense. So this Two of Cups, I see harmony and balance coming eventually, especially in terms of emotional stability. This will be achieved through firm foundations, security within the self, and inner strength, plus, letting go of some of those old things that have been weighing you down, burdening you in any way, shape, or form. And the best way to do that is to go within and to be very introspective around this new moon. So do some meditation, go to your favorite spot, just spend some time with yourself, by yourself, being very present with what's going on within you. That's going to help and really amplify some of this positive energy that we have coming from this new moon in Capricorn. Now, Capricorn in and of itself is an earth sign. We do have some earth elements here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So this is very focused on security, both financial and physical, the strength to be able to manifest and create results in those fields through perseverance, through taking on lots of projects. Capricorn does tend to do that, but we just had Mars go into Taurus as well, and this new moon is having it's connecting with Pluto in a way where we might not feel like we're able to move forward. We might not feel like we have the opportunities or the inner motivation to do what we need to do. We might also be just kind of all over the place, and there might be a lot of different things that we're trying to address at the same time. And that can feel very scattering, very overwhelming, and it can kind of dissipate our energy because it's going into multiple different avenues. So closing that cycle and building on it instead with something that's more structured and stable, focus on what your values are. You know, what do you really, really value in your life? What holds this Ten of Pentacles energy for you? And how can you create more of that or release anything that's blocking that from existing in your reality or growing further? So there's lots of emotional content here, this new moon, to address. There's 2 tens and the world. So this is a massive closing of a cycle. It's not just your day-to-day, kind of month-to-month sort of endings of cycles. This is something much larger than that. And it's bridging into a whole new era is what I feel. So it's a new era of being when it comes to how you operate in terms of your wealth, your abundance, your inner strength, your innerstanding. Again, there it is again, innerstanding. I'm going to have to title the video something to do with innerstanding because that word just keeps coming up. And in terms of your emotional well-being and maturity through experience, through the wisdom you've gained, reflecting back on some of those experiences can help you to gain that wisdom. So let's grab some of the Moonology cards to see if there are any additional messages for this new moon. New moon in Capricorn. Okay, wow. We have a lot of cards on the table here, and normally I would not take this many at all, but I'm feeling guided to, so I'm just going to go with what Spirit, you know, kind of what Spirit guides me to. So we have your commitment is being tested, which is the first quarter moon. We have a new romantic cycle begins, which is the new moon in Libra. We have your dreams need a practical plan, which is the full moon in Taurus. Hold your vision, which is the fixed moon. It's time to take action, which is the new moon in Aries. Bring love into the situation, which is the new moon in Aquarius. And you and your loved ones are safe, which is the new moon in Cancer. Okay, so these reflect a lot of what I see in the tarot cards, specifically when it comes to the financial aspects being in terms of your dreams need a practical plan and your commitments are being tested. That Knight of Pentacles energy and the Ten of Pentacles is saying, you know, how consistent can you be in terms of working towards your long-term goals, in terms of the legacy that you want to leave behind? What work are you putting in, and how consistent can you be with that work going forward? Mars in Taurus is very persistent, almost to the point of, you know, I mean, Taurian people do tend to be very stubborn. So, but it's a good thing in this case, because it's like once you set your mind to something and once you get your feet on the ground and you start on that journey, there is nothing that can stop you. There is nothing that can hold you back from achieving what you have set in your mind to achieve. That being said, that doesn't mean that there won't be tests. That doesn't mean that there won't be times when you feel scattered and where you kind of feel like you're off that path. Can always get back onto it, and it's really, in this case, slow and steady does win the race, especially with that Knight of Pentacles. So just keep at it, being persistent, holding that vision to guide you forward, holding that vision to continue taking inspired action in terms of what you want to create and why you want to create it. The other aspect of this lunar cycle seems to be very in relation to love. So we've got, you know, the Two of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and we've got bring love into the situation. A new romantic cycle begins. We have you and your loved ones are safe. So there's a lot to do with loved ones. There's a lot to do with family and, you know, relationships as well, like romantic relationships. So this new moon has the opportunity for you to bring love into this situation with that Queen of Cups energy, feeling that love within yourself in a very introspective, internalized way, and then reflecting that externally onto the people whom you are closest to in your life. So this could be your parents, your siblings, your other family members, your friends, and any significant others that you may have in your life or around you. So this is a new romantic cycle. That World card and the Two of Cups was exactly the message here that I'm seeing. So this is a new romantic cycle of some kind. It's almost as if you've leveled up from the last one. You've learned all of the lessons that you needed to learn, and now you're back sort of at the beginning again, but it's of a whole new level of the game. You know, you got through all of the trials and tribulations of those past relationships, and you've learned so much that you can now apply going forward into some kind of a new romantic cycle. So this could be with a new person, or this could be with yourself, you know, spending a lot more time with yourself and building that relationship up. This could also be just renewing love with an existing partner where the karma and the lessons from the past that you've been playing out has been completed, and now you can sort of start fresh with a clean slate and positive choices going forward, leading to good karma and, you know, alignment, essentially. So that's it for the new moon reading. I really hope you guys benefited from the cards and the messages that came through from this. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comments down below. Let me know if you resonated. And if you guys are looking for any type of soul work, all of the information for my services will be in the description box below this video. Thank you so much for your patience with me as I try to get these videos out on schedule. I am going through some major changes in my life at the moment, which I will speak more of later once things have settled down. So thank you so much, guys. I love you, and we will see you in the next reading. Bye.